Where is the food? In the plate. Where is the hunger? In the pet. By looking at the food, will your hunger go? Vedanta is learning from our day to day life, every experience.
When should one start to inquire about these type of things?
We are identified with the body. Then I is born. Then where I am, space is born. Then when I am, time is born. Then who I am, body is born. And samsari. If you try to tell your wife, she doesn't listen to you. And yet you tell her, is it a knowledge? It's a foolishness. A mad person can do anything.
Hello everyone, welcome to Zindagi Ka Tarka. Today it is a very special episode. I am very much honored and privileged. Swamiji, pranam. Thank you so much for doing this. Anything that you start with starts with this happy mantra.
Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
This is Happy Mantra Mala. Happy Mantra Mala. And I feel like the whole crux of the entire Vedanta is kind of hidden in those simple words.
So our interview could be over.
In a way, yes, but we'll just try to double click on some of these things, Swamiji. So, the first question I would like to understand is like, this is Vedanta, but many of my generation people, they always wonder that there are so many things to do in life right now. There is job, there is family, there is a number of things to do. Why should we bother about all this Vedanta, scriptures, anything?
Don't bother.
What is the benefit one gets out of
First of all, you have to understand what you are talking about. Is Vedanta something like a cactus? Is Vedanta something like a mango fruit? Is Vedanta something like some abnormal thing? Vedanta is learning from our day to day life, every experience. If you learn, you grow wise. If you don't learn, you grow otherwise. That is what most of us do. Therefore, nobody can teach you anything.
when I said Vedanta, I meant like all these scriptures, like for example, Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads and all. What you're saying is learning from our own experiences, what we do every day.
What should be the foundation for learning? You require some reference. Reference is based on some authority. We have a choice. Go on fighting, struggling with this whole life and don't learn anything. Or see everything that is happening and learn. So when Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda, Bhagwan Raman Maharshi, all people were there. Were they living on a different time scale? Same 24 hours a day? Yes. Were they living on some balanced political situation? What was different? But they have learned that what for we are in this world.
So Vedanta and these scriptures are to understand what are we here for, what is the purpose of life. Yes. Maybe this question like, who is it really for? Is it like for old age people, middle age people, student, kids? Like when should one start to inquire about these type of things?
This is a question which is telling when should I eat for? When you are hungry, you eat. You must have been doing with your children. Right from childhood, mothing onwards, They are grazing like goats. And our Indian parents are what? They want the children to eat food. But whole day till lunchtime is grazing. How can he have hunger? But the parent no eat someday. So what they will do? They will come to the dining table and say, what is not on the dining table that they want. Why? Because there is no hunger. So Vedanta comes in our life when we are disillusioned. To understand it, we all dream. And the dream is going on beautifully. Standard good dream, Rajesh Khanna sitting on a motorcycle on beautiful roads in Switzerland, one useless girl sitting behind, and you are driving. मेरे सपनों के राने. Such a dream will never break. But in between, somewhere in that dream, your dream motorcycle skids. So goes. Then the dream breaks. Is it? Yes. And when that dream breaks, will you go to the hospitals? Will you go in search of that girl who was sitting behind you? Will you go to the repair shop to get your motor time repairs? It was just gone. But that accident has helped me. You came out of the illusion. Vedanta tells, look at the world from two standpoints. First standpoint is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Second standpoint is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. So when you take this world as it is like a dream, then what will happen? Dream appears but doesn't exist. Now apply the same analysis to this world where we are now. At night when you are snoring away, that time, three questions. Where are we? When are we? And what are we? So where these three are not there. So does it make any difference whether there is a war, whether there is the accident? No. But everything starts appearing when we are awake. Now what is awakening? Awakening is we are identified with the body. Then I is born. Then where I am, space is born. Then when I am, time is born. Then who I am, body is born. And samsari. And then we get tired in this world. Then what do? We give up everything. Observe, learn from the process of your sleeping. What is sleep? Is we don't get in anything in sleep. What do we learn? Nothing. We drop. We beat everything, we give up. Why we give up everything? Because it is not natural. So to understand, take a simple example. Take water, put it on a gas, switch off the gas. What will happen? Water will start giving up the acquired heat. And when it comes to its natural state, it's happy. Our natural state is this. Not recognizing this natural state, we start rubbing against the illusory world. And when you rub instead of the bliss, you get blisters. And when there are blisters, it is painful. And if we don't learn that the blisters in my foot are because of the new shoe, what will be the easiest way? Remove the shoes, man. So first step Vedanta tells, don't simply go through experiences without learning. Learn. And those who do not learn, lead a mechanical life, for them Vedanta is done.
So two things which come to my mind is one, you said like if you have hunger then you can eat. So and then you said that let's say in the dream there was an accident, that accident helped me. So for me to be actually going into Vedantic study or scriptures and all, does something need to happen in my life which is like, oh my god, maybe I lost somebody or some bad thing happened to me, then I switched to this. And you said like you need to keep learning. Like what type of learning we are talking about?
The learning depends on how much sensitive you are. Yeah. Like a stray dog. Hmm? You hit it, you throw a stones, but it will again come. Then it is uncultured. If it is a properly trained dog, there is a dog, if they don't move, still. What type of culture we bear? So, how much sensitive we are in our life? Like, for example, there was one friend of mine, I don't know, married, he got married, he had a daughter. And when the daughter was delivered, the wife died. So naturally, the child is to be taken care of by his mother. Continued 3 years. Then our Indian mothers, they know how to take the revenge with the children. So they say, Beta, how will you continue with the baby alone? You should get married. And that dumb fellow, okay, Mabhi, for your sake, I am getting married. All the dumb people think that way. I am getting married for the sake of my parents. You are cheating yourselves. They second step. He got married. Again, after 1 year or so, baby born. Again, work, daughter. Again, the wife died. This happened 3 times. And yet he doesn't learn. Now to him, in Vedanta matter. See, contrary to that, you know from Mahabharata, Arjun, a pet student of Dronacharya, he wanted to make Arjuna the best archer of his time. Then the second was Ekalavya. He was rejected by Dronacharya. I don't accept you as my disciple. He said, never mind. He learned on his own. But between these two, who is more qualified for Vedanta? The one who was pampered by the Guru, or the one who learned from his own inner urge? The latter. See? Therefore, Guru is required. We put the Guru, put in the frame and hang him on the wall and don't come down, hang there. Real Guru is in our heart, man. If we can learn from everything in our life, Guru is manifested here. A common example. Where is the food? In the plate. Where is the hunger? In the pit. By looking at the food, will your hunger go? No. What you have to do? Lift the food, put in your mouth, chew, masticate, salivate, swallow. There hunger was, there the food has reached, hunger will go. Where is the knowledge? Knowledge is everywhere. The question is that knowledge coming in our heart? When that knowledge comes in our heart, we learn. Therefore, in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Dattatreya is the Avadhuta. He was inquired. How come you are so happy-go-lucky? You don't have a wife, you don't have children, you don't have a kingdom, you don't have army, you don't have wealth. How come you are so happy? He said, therefore I am happy. So what we have done? We have placed our happiness in the pocket of others. Such people can never study Veda. Then he says, who is my guru? I am not poor. I have got 24 gurus. Who are the 2? He enumerates them. Nowhere he says, who taught me what? He says, what I have learned from. So first he says, I have learned from the space. Now we are all in the space. But we have learned. Oh, there is less space in our house, 1 BHK. Should I add one more room? Are daridri. Learn something. Adding space is not going to solve the problem. See? So, what the space teaches us, if we are able to love, support everything, reject nothing, condemn nothing, but don't get impeded by anything. This is Veda. Now, discover this in yourself. Our vision sees everything. A eye is seen, a feminine, eyes don't become feminine. You, a man, is seen, eyes don't become masculine. The eyes see the green color, eyes don't become green. So, what is the thumb rule of Vedanta? Illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Correct. What we illuminate? The word. And what is the word? Asti bhati priya nama rupa iti panchamshakam adyatrayam brahma rupam jagad rupam takotrayat. Asti bhati priya Satchidananda is Paramatma. Nama rupa is the world. This camera is outside. It is having a shape. This camera doesn't know that he is the camera. Then who knows? I know. Now that word camera is inside or outside? Inside. Isn't it? Where in the world?
Inside me.
No.
It is outside, but I'm perceiving it inside.
No. World is both inside outside. No? Now, one step further. Now, when you are having sound sleep, that time, where are you? You are inside the body or outside the body?
Inside the body. We are not there. The mind is not there.
Whatever, maybe you can't answer this. Okay? We are on the bed or below the bed. We are in 2025 or 1948. The time we as a man or woman. We are educated or illiterate. We are rich or poor. Nothing is there. When all these things begin, we wake up. No. When the concept of inside outside is valid. So what will be the spiritual practice? Recognize this. How to recognize? Change the standpoint. Okay? I consider you as outside me. Isn't it? I am inside you. Naturally, you are other than me. But when I love you and somebody tells me, what's your name by the way?
Ullas.
Ullas. Swamiji, Ullas is coming. Oh, Ullas is coming. I have not seen you. But the very name, my friend, immediately change happens now. So although he is far away, but is still in me. Therefore, the second principle of Vedanta is, first is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, second is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Whatever we include in the definition of I, we do not hate it. This part of Vedanta is called as devotion. The Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya part of Vedanta is called as knowledge. Both are equally important. Vedanta has to be applied on ourselves. And devotion has to be applied on the world around. Bhagwan Shankaracharya is in one of his books. Atyanta maliro deha dehi chatyanta lirvala asang mohamiti jnatva shauchametat prakakshate. Our body is dirty, filthy, all garbage inside. See? But in who am I? Atyanta malino deha dehi cha atyanta nirmalaha. I am pure, immaculate. Whatever is included in the definition of I, that we don't hate. Okay? One experiment. My whole life is experiments. In Delhi it happened. There was a girl sitting in the front. She had such beautiful long red nails. Ladies, they are Shurbanaka. So I say, hey, how beautiful they are. Do you eat blood sandwiches? They are red, See, my nails are not red and they are not like that. How it is happening and all that. And she was feeling very embarrassed naturally. Next day when she came for the lecture, she was sitting with her place in CPV. But my life is celebration. So after the lecture, I say, come here. No, Swami, I said, come here. No, it's what? Show me your hands. And then she had cut all of them. I asked, why did you cut them? They are so beautiful. Give me that. The Swami, I have thrown them. Now, moral of the story. In the days are included the definition of I, we love that. If they are separated, we don't love. Vedanta is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. That in that we are also included. So, the effect of Vedanta is you love all, you hate none. If this is practice, then you are practicing Vedanta.
Swamiji, that is the difficult part. No, the knowledge part kind of seems to be there. We may sometimes we
You don't have the knowledge. It is only telling. If you have the knowledge, like when you touch the fire, fire burns. There is a knowledge. If you try to tell your wife, she doesn't listen to you. And yet you tell her, is it a knowledge? It's a foolishness. When the knowledge happens, you don't repeat the mistake. What we say is only a book knowledge.
right.
It should be experienced.
So how do I change the bookish knowledge to the real experience? Because many times we kind of think we know that okay, we have read I am Brahman and I should treat everyone as myself. There is no others and all. But when we actually interact with people, we are still other. We still get anger and also. What are the practice we should do?
Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Core Bhagavad Gita is summarized in this one mantra. Where was Arjun? On the battlefield. On the battlefield, what he should have been? Somebody's grandson, somebody's disciple, somebody's brother, or a warrior.
The right answer perhaps is the warrior, but
Then that's it. There's no but. The moment you start butting, you are disrespecting your knowledge. And that is how the best in you is sapped away. And the important thing, when Bhagwan said to him, Kaschid eta shrudam parthatvaya ekagrina chitasa, kaschid ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya, now vimrishya etat asheshena, yateshasi tada guru. I have told you, so you reflect, do what you like. Vedanta doesn't force you to do anything. You have to be responsible for your life. Don't blame God, don't blame your wife, don't blame your children, don't blame anybody. The day you take this stand in your life, you are living Veda. But then suffer. And in that suffering, you will get one day, depending upon your sensitivity, a kick. See? Some persons are getting a kick that if you don't want to earn, get out of my house. And that person goes and becomes a great saint. The other person, I will not go. Yahi khaunga. See? Oh. Therefore, one principle. This I learned from one Mahatma in Delhi many years before, maybe 30-40 years. ये वही दर्द दिल है जो उप को पाता है. Whatever is hurt in our heart, that only changes our direction. Presently, we are dogward. You have to change the Godward. And for that, you have to shoot, like the satellites when they go up, they have to change the direction. Something shoots behind and they change the direction. Exactly. Presently, we are dogward. Be there. Enjoy. Nothing wrong. But then when it is required, a right time comes in your life. And then something happens. Depending upon your sensitivity, you start rethinking about right.
So then I have to wait for the right time.
That depends on your sensitivity.
So do I develop this sensitivity or am I born with that sensitivity?
No. You have to be alert. Learn from, therefore, at the beginning I told you, learn from every single experience.
That attitude has to be of learning and it automatically develops. Sometimes in scriptures also some of that blame goes to this word called Maya also, that it is because of this that you are deluded and all.
No, it's not safe. Is it not? Maya, if you have to understand properly.
Yeah, what is Maya, son?
See, Maya is, it is described as Miyate Anaya Ya Sa Maya. That which measures the immeasurable. See? Now, our vision. What our vision measures? Light waves. Hmm?
Yeah.
So, what is the spectrum of the light waves which is measured by the vision? Vibgyo. From violet up to the red. Isn't it? And if I become obsessed, whatever I see with my eyes, that alone is the truth. If I don't see with my eyes, I don't accept. We are under Maya. Now to come out of that Maya, think. Do we know where from we are dropped in this world? Somebody tells us, she is your mother. Have we seen? Then mother tells, this man is your father. Mom, I don't believe, I have not seen. No. It is here Vedanta begins. Shraddhavan labade dhyanam tad paraha sayyadendriya. Therefore, in the kingdom of ignorance, the Shraddha is inner strength. Many people call it blind faith. Faith is required only when you are blind. When you know you don't require faith. Now you are a man. Do you require faith? You know. Where knowledge is absent, in the field of ignorance, the inner strength is Shraddha. Like, there was one man who was boarding the pond and he heard Akashwadi. Don't go by this light, it is going to crush. And he went back and he told, see, the are you going to crush? Hey, stupid. He came back. The flight went and not crashed. Then he has to go, then he went to the train. So while boarding the train, the air voice, don't go by this train, is going to prevail. So he had faith, he did away. That train was clear. Then he wanted to go by the bus. He boarded the bus. Again the same voice. Don't go to the bus, get away, it will be an accident. Help mate. He got angry. Hey man, whosoever you are, when I got married, where were you? Now, faith is inner strength. It is not weakness.
See, but how do you know that what, like for example, that inner voice that said this plane is going to crash? Many times it comes, but many times it is not really that the plane is going to crash. So there are so many things which our inner voice who supposedly tells us.
Now that is there, you have to have understanding what you have to become. See, we come across so many people. With some people we don't click. Is it? Our
And the
frequency doesn't match. So don't fight, get away. That's it. That doesn't mean we hate somebody, but we have to protect us first from ourselves, then from the world. To protect us from ourselves, inner strength is Shraddha. So, Yadyadacharati Sreshtaha Tatta Devi Tarojanaha. Whatever the elderly people are demonstrating, that becomes our idea. Follow that. Sayat Pramanam Kurute, what is the authority on the basis of which they are leading their life? Our Hindu scriptures. See? This is another important thing which people do not catch it. Sanatan Dharma and Hindu Dharma. It should be clearly understood.
Is there a difference or it's the same?
Both different and same. Sanatan Dharma is like laws of nature. Hindu Dharma is a group of people who have accepted those laws of nature and live as a community so that they do not become a burden for each other. See, like traffic rules. They are like Sanatan Dharma for everybody. So if you are in America, but you claim, no, I am Indian, I will drive on the left side, then you are out. So if you are in America, you have to follow the rules and regulations there. If you accept yourself to be in the total creation of the God, then what are the rules and regulations that should be followed? Then, as a human being, we should have respect. Matu Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. Then, don't hurt others, don't kill others, respect everybody. It is for everyone. But if I is telling, no, if you are not belonging to my religion, I'll kill you. And when I kill you, I get 72. This is neither Sanatana Dharma nor Hindu. Therefore, in Hindu Dharma, there is no conversion. Everybody by birth is a Hindu. Those who opt to live like a dignified human being, they fall in the category of Hindu. And those who live in the category of animalistic instinct. See, the other day, somebody asked me in USA, why you people, the middle name, you write your father's name. Like Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Karamchand what? His father's fathers. Why you like that? Right. We don't write. I said, I don't know. No, you are avoiding. I said, you have to listen. We know our father. Cow and calf. Is there any bull and calf? Because that cow got the calf from which bull? Who knows? Human beings are those. Here, their pedigree is dignified, pure. And this can happen in our Hindu religion if it is followed properly. But when we become apes, whatever the Angres do, we do that. Therefore, Vedanta tells us lead a disciplined, dignified life, and bottom line is be happy, and then let the life be lived through us. Amen.
Partial knowledge is Maya.
Incomplete knowledge is
Complete knowledge.
previous called technical ajnana for
Ignorance. So is ignorance and Maya the same?
Same.
The other thing that you always mention that troubles us is this body identification.
Yes.
Now, how do we get rid of that? It is such a strong association that we have. Again, I know perhaps the answer to everything is learned from our own experience.
Yes. When you are going through dreams, that time, are you identified with the body? Still you exist. When your dream is also over, do you experience your absence? No. So, the body is because of me, or I am because of the body.
So we do get it, like I and body might be, there might be a separation, but sure, I can say that, okay, I am not just this body, I am somebody who's the indweller. And maybe it is the case with you also, but the indweller in you and the indweller in me, the Vedanta would say that it is the same. It doesn't come in that understanding.
There is a child seen by two ladies, and the child is maybe crying or happy or whatever. What will be the interaction of the two ladies depends on who are those two ladies. One is a unknown lady, other is the mother of the child. What will be the difference in their interaction? The child is other than the mother, But what is the knowledge? The child is my extension. Right? Now this cinema you are doing, where you put it on the internet and people will appreciate, will you not feel happy? Because I is involved in that. So now mother's I before the marriage is only I. Then after the marriage, I and my husband. After the baby, I, my husband, my baby. That I starts diluting on the great saints and sages. Their I is so diluted that it is not concentrated in one body. Therefore, they are living through the body. We are living as the body.
So then is this kind of pointing towards the like that seva and like working for the society, not just for my own self?
But when you do it, it is a bondage. Take an example. A flower has a fragrance. Is the flower going to distribute fragrance anywhere? Whosoever comes, we are welcome. Whenever there is a social service, you may not like it. Social service is imposing our views on others. Suppose I am a teetotaler. Why suppose I am a teetotaler? Like if I am asked to go to the area where drinking is freely available, what will be coming in my mind? Like Muradi Desai? Nashabandi, Nashabandi. Nashabandi to hui nahi, he was out. So our social service is imposing our views on others. That is wrong.
So how should we do it then?
So don't do it.
Then how
You
will
demonstrate yourself. Let people see you as an ideal and change. We are not created this world. The one who created, he knows the job.
now how do I then consider those drinking people? Let's say I am a teetotaler, and now do I then consider those people who are drinking as that these are not other? If I've not
One experience I did it. I got hundreds of experience, no less. I was traveling many years before from Allahabad to Howrah. Those days, the hard tickets used to be there,
Yeah.
not the paper ticket. So my host gave me the ticket, and we somehow reached on the platform and just got into the bed in the train, and the tea started. And then what happened? The TT came, and the TT asked, "Hey Babaji, ticket tika." So I showed, "Go to the general compartment. This is the third tier. You can't sit here." So I kept quiet. Next station, I didn't get down because I had to go. Again he came back. You are not got out. Then I spoke to him in English. And he didn't understand. And then he said, "ठीक है." That time I said, "अंग्रेजी मैया की जय." जो हिंदी से नहीं हो सका, अंग्रेजी से हो गया. Then I, with my suitcase, I was sitting near the toilet. That we left this. So there was one person. He looked at me. He said, "How long will you sit there?" I said, "Till Howrah." No, you cannot sit there. I said, "Okay, I will stand." No, not there. You come and sit here. So he made me sit next to him. And other people were watching. And that fellow was a liquid spiritualist. After some time, he nightly opened his bottle, both water and water. He started drinking. And after some time, when he became spiritual, the jerk of the train and him also. So I said, "Please sit down, I'll help you." Then I took his glass and added liquor into that cave tea. He drank comfortably. People will, "Babaji bhi wahi se ही दिखता है." After that, all was over. Then he slept, head toward the window, his charan kamal in my lap. He slept. Then after 5, 6, 7 hours, he got up to went to bathroom. He said, "You cannot sing for the whole night." I said, "Okay, I'll stand up." No. Now you sleep. That I slept. We reached Howrah. So many people came to see me, receive me. The same thing, the landing and all that. So when he saw, he said, "He, you are a big man." I said, "No, no, no, no." I said, "Remember, those you respect, they are big. Those who are respected, they are average." He said, "I don't understand, but I want to give you something." He took out a big bundle of notes. I said, "No, I don't want, everything is here." He said, "No, I want to give." I said, "You may want, I don't want it." He said, "Why I am giving you, I'll tell you. Everybody, my wife, my friend, everybody have condemned me because I drink. You did not say one word about my drinking. On the contrary, you helped me." See?
But that did not change anything. No, he still is a king.
He said, "For my sake, you accept it." I said, "Okay. There's my money. Then you do my job. Use this money for those students who are neither very intelligent nor getting any government facilities. Average student. Help their education." He said, "Okay, I'll do that." Thereafter, what he said? He said, "Now I promise I will never drink here. And all the money which I am spending on drinking, that I will put in this project." I have done anything? See, this is spiritual health. We don't have to impair
So I just make myself
pure.
pure, better. That's it. That is the service I am that way. And with that itself, we are saying I will expand my eye.
I don't have to expert.
It will get
It will expand. This is the principle of homeopathy. Vedanta is homeopathy. You know, I go to so many houses and body there's something or the other will happen. So sometime happened something and they were homeopathy. Tamidi, don't worry, I'll give you medicine. So he gives some medicine. I said, "Okay, sabudana, 4 5 weeks." Then he said, "No, now you'll be all right." I said, "Where is the next dose?" "After 6 months." I said, "Till I should be alive." He said, "No, nothing will happen. But because I gave you a very strong, potent medicine." I said, "My God, now what is going to happen? Explain me what is the potency of medicine in your homeopathy." He explained. He said, 1 drop of medicine, 100 drops of water, dilute. From there, take 1 drop of medicine, 1000 drops of water, then dilute. From there, take 1 drop of medicine, dilute in 10,000 drops of water, then take drop from there. Then 1 drop from that and dilute in a million drop of water. More the dilution, higher is the potency. This is Vedanta. Presently, were poisonous. Ah, type. Yeah, Maharaj, Vedanta is not giving lectures and then asking, distributing the envelopes. Give dakshina, give dakshina. Daridri. This knowledge comes to us from the Lord. Sada Shiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parvata. Wherever in the Brahma Vidya money collection is the criteria, it is Vedanta. It is not Vedanta.
But they say we are collecting the money and then putting in good causes and all.
Let them say every thief can justify the theft. I am not killing the people for my sake. I am killing for the sake of my God. He told me, if you kill somebody, you will come to heaven. Whom are we cheating? Maharaj,
And you also said that the world has always been like this. There is not much you can about the world. It is told like world is mithya because it is changing. Just because something keeps changing, why is it called it is not real?
see, the question is, this question is such meaningless when the world was not like this. In Satyayug, there used to be Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. Then in Treta Yuga, there is to be Ravan, Kumbhakarna, Marichi and all that go. Then in the Dwapar Yuga, there used to be Kamsa and all the Rakshasas. In the Kali Yuga, we are there. What is new?
So then does it mean we should do nothing?
Nothing. Be happy.
Then how will anything happen in the world? For example,
You are not creating anything.
no, like we are using cameras, we are trying to develop, let's say, AIs, this carpentry, these houses and all that. Then we'll be just like nomads only then.
No. Do it. Who stopped you from doing? But don't become miserable. Whatever you do it happily. That's it. That's all Vedanta. We are not asking you be a beggar. Therefore, one of the principles of Vedanta is never retire in life. One person asked me, Swamiji, you don't believe in death and all that. Now tell me, suppose you die, what kind of death you imagine? Your own death. I told him, you want to know? He said, yes. I said, I will die on the stage while delivering a lecture. Last. No free food. Every meal we have to earn by whatever you have. So I have got this knowledge, so I give, and I don't want anything in return. See, this is Vedanta.
What are the top 2-3 challenges you think are there in a seeker's life? What prevents him to actually?
Only one challenge, not 2, 3. He himself.
But what in himself is?
Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmana. Our first challenge is the mind. Second challenge is the mind. Third challenge is the mind. If you mind your mind, you have taken a step towards Vedanta. Nothing happens to body. Are your ears hearing? Your mind is here. Your stomach has no hunger. The mind there has the hunger. Therefore, everything happens only in the mind. Nothing happens outside.
So like body is inert. I think the sculptor also say mind is also in a way inert, correct? So then why are we so much bothered about that inert mind?
Because that mind is a troubleshooter. Because mind plus reflection of consciousness is Chidabhasa. These two together is called as I. And then I is born only when the mind is identified with the body. There is only one mind. These are the things you can see in this world. One earth, one water, one fire, one air, one space, one mind.
Here it becomes a little. Until now, I was with you.
What is right? One mind. Chetana is one mind. Chetana is common. And the expressions of Chetana are also common. The Chetana of a dog and Chetana of a man, is it different? See, a sleeping dog, his Chetana is not identified with that body, therefore he is to be comfortable. Our Chetana not identified with the body, although it is in the body. So when the Chetana it is in the body but not identified with the body, the mind is not its body. The lady, although the child is sleeping next, but she has not identified herself with her own body, she will not identify with the child. The moment the Chetana gets identified with one body, she becomes somebody, and then somebody will have somebody. So all spiritual practices start from the many and march toward the one. Objects are many, colors and forms are many, come to the vision. How? Just know. Vision is not contaminated by any color and form. But our habit is what? Dekho, suno, bak karo. Our method is, dekho, suno, mat bolo. So you are living in your vision. So when our sense organs are controlled, we are back to our mind. When the mind's likes and dislikes are bunkered, we are back to I. But this I is not all the time available, only during the waking. So when there is no waking experience, till then the life remains. So the Chaitana, life is real. And the life also manifests, unmanifests. But who manifests and who unmanifests is the Chaitanya. That is our essential wish. Go back, reverse gear.
So can we say that the major cause between, let's say, the difference between two people or the cause of my misery are mainly our these likes and dislikes, which kind of
No, that is the beginning. Main cause is body identification. Only two things, Vedanta, if you want to practice. First, what will be the experience as being someone other than the body? Work on this principle. Then you are practicing Vedanta.
So when you say work on this principle, what does it mean? Like I close my eyes and
No. Learn. When I am identified with the body, then only worldly things I become possessive. When I am identified with the body, then I become influenced by the relations. So I have to start playing what it is like be other than the body. One, play, khelo, don't become serious. Then one day you will come to discover, if I am other than the table, what does it make? Table has got a shape. I don't have a shape. Table has 4 legs. I don't have 4 legs. There is a camera on the table. Then do camera or me. Okay, first step. Second step. If I am other than the body, then what is body? Body has got a shape. If I am other than the body, now play what it is like being formless. Mind will dissolve in consciousness. The diet of the mind is name and the form. Mind cannot survive without name and form. So play.
yes, you say Karnataka also.
Why? Play with Tata.
So Karnataka, can someone think like we are being deceitful? Let's say, you're saying कि मैं अपनी वाइफ के साथ कर्नाटक कर रहा हूँ या पापा के साथ कर रहा हूँ.
वही करना ही है. नाटक क्या होता है? योर परफॉर्मेंस इज सो रियल. मैं तुम्हारे सिवा जिंदा नहीं रह सकता. तो मरने के बाद पता नहीं क्या रहे. There was a young couple, married for 5 years, and then that they wait for a nice holiday. And on the hill station, the girl asked, "Honey, darling, we are married for 5 years." So yes, and now I want to ask you a question. What is that? Suppose I die. He just looked out of mouth. Don't say that. I'll get mad. Don't do. No means no. Change the topic. Another 5 years go. Again went to some place. Then she said, the same question, and I know your answer. You will get mad. But still I ask you, suppose I die, and will you get married? Second question. If I die, will you get married? He said, I won't get that mad. Thereafter, again 5 years gone. And then, same question. Honey, darling, same question. When I die, will you get married again? Last time you said you will not get that mad. Then now, a mad person can do anything. Therefore, if you have digested Vedanta, you will never be serious in life. All Bhagavad Gita, Prasanniva Bharatat. Sanjay tells Dhritarashtra, all Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan delivered with a smile on the face and love in the heart. If Vedanta makes you a hard structure, you are going the wrong way. Om Purnamadaha Purnamadachade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you so much, Swamiji, for giving this much time. I really am honored and thank you so much.
Okay, good. Enjoy life. Life is a celebration, man. Don't calibrate what do I get. The real joy is in giving, not in taking. Troubles.